I ain't saying no good. I said I ordered food. So.
What's poppin', everybody? It's your old pal, Boogie Bob, behind the mask. Probably can't. Oh, I'm taking it off. I think I'm the only person out here with a mask on. There's one. There's one. Hi, ma'am. Oh, that's a dude. Sorry. My bad. Much better today. There is a breeze going through, so this way the horrible smoke, all it does is burn your skin. It doesn't linger and loiter. I don't know where Joe's at. Should I start calling hospitals? I don't know. Let's see, am I backwards? No, I think I'm right way. My New York Yankees thing up yet? What's poppin', everybody? It's your old pal Boogie Bob. I got 50 comments yesterday. Bob, you need a better mask. I was gonna wear a mask for one day. Today's kind of a secondary thing. I was a little high last night from the walking and talking in the smoke. Today is a much better day. I got another phone, free phone. I got 2 free phones the other day. One for my nephew, one for me. It's free. Oh, free that you gotta, nothing's free. You gotta pay for it here. It's free. Shall we do it? Blame Canada. Blame Canada. I'm blaming Canada. Not the people of Canada. I'm just blaming the country of Canada. Because it's been insane out here, bro. Blame Canada. What's worse, breathing that smoke or sucking through a damn mask? Now, I did suck through a mask one time, but that was in college. All right. Couple things to get through. One, my Apple Watch, my knockoff Apple Watch came in. Very disappointing. It's the first disappointing watch I remember getting. I mean, I'm having buyer's remorse, but what am I going to do? Send it back to China? Oh, it's an Apple Watch. Apple makes a watch. This is a cucumber. It's got the little button. And then if you turn it, it changes all the faces. These are different faces. It's the worst piece of shit I ever got. This watch is very nice. It says it's 3:10, and this watch clearly tells me that it's 4 o'clock. Can't change the time. I spent 6 hours last night trying to change the time. I'm going to give this to Joe's grandson or someone who doesn't really care about accurate time. If someone asks you the time, you have to say 3:05. So add an hour and take off 15 minutes. So, hi sir, you asked me the time earlier. It was 3:03 and in 15 minutes, it's 3:05, sir. I should smash it with a hammer for my review. First of all, I opened the package, and here's the box. This is exactly how the box looks, all crunched and crackled. Very disappointing. I would send it to one of you, but I love you too much. Sons of bitches. Somewhere there's a guy in China walking around with my $22 who needs his ass whooped. Sorry. Did you guys get a chance to check out my video yesterday? It was smoky. They said being outside for an hour was like smoking 11 cigarettes. I smoked 9 cartons last night. 9 cartons. And heroin. I smoked heroin and 9 cartons. Cigarettes. Oh, this girl over here gonna get me beat up. Sitting with 2 dudes smoking weed and her titties hanging out. I'm having trouble focusing on the news when there's a titty hanging out right there. Very nice. Canuck. It's the Canuck wildfires that have invaded New York City. City. It's going to be a little distracting today, folks. I'll try my best not to. I once had a friend who was in the Itty Bitty Titty Committee. Did you hear about the kid who turned up missing in Wyoming? And I can see clearly now the smoke is gone. Yesterday, it's hard to focus. Titty right there, focus in my eye. Ma'am, please zip up your thing, please. No, don't zip it up. I'm sorry, I apologize. Don't zip it. Naked Cowboy yesterday changed his lyrics to Boogie Bob, Boogie Bob, out there filming in the smog. Also, big shout out. Rev, help me out. Who was it that posted in the Discord? Me and my friend All Out, also known as O. We made it on Spain television. I'm a big TV star in Spain. I'm a pretty huge deal in Spain right now. Could you imagine? You're a lonely... Ambrose did it? I don't buy it. Ambrose, I don't know how the hell you found it, bro, but you're insane. You're the man. I want you to picture a lonely woman in Spain sitting there on the couch all alone, and all of a sudden, Nato Cero, whatever it's called, comes on, and they're talking about the big story in New York. And all of a sudden, like a shining light upon a hill, there's Boogie Bob. I wore my mask and I didn't have a... The problem is, this is my money maker, and it was covered up. What's your name?
My name is Boogie Bob. I'm a New Yorker.
I can still imagine from the eyes up, she had a pretty good... Thank you, Ambrose. Thank you. She strategically has placed her titty to stick out the zipper. Just strategically. Does anybody have a pair of binoculars I can borrow? It's for municipal. I'm never gonna get the show going. I'm so disgusted, I'm gonna stop looking after 2 hours. All right, let's get back to the news, shall we? A 10-year-old girl returned home safely this week after braving a cold night alone in the dense wilderness in Washington State. I said Wyoming. I got distracted. Washington State. She went on a picnic with her family. Got separated from the family. Shugla. Her name is Shugla. Oh boy. No offense. No offense. Alright, what's your name, little girl? Shugla. Gesundheit. I should have cleaned my nails. Alright. Alright, she's leaving. Let me get my last few looks over here. Yeah, I have not seen a breast since 1978. So it's a pretty big deal around here. I'm sorry. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors. There, cookies. Our sponsors are cookies. Oh no, she a bad one, son. She a bad one, son. Oh my God, you're still here. I apologize. I apologize. I get distracted easily. Not by murderers or crack addicts or these guys rolling up blunts or that guy holding the knife. There's a girl sitting there, open with her boob out. I apologize. To all the ladies out there, I apologize. And to all the guys out there, I apologize for not filming. Well, she got 3 brothers standing there next to her. I'm waiting for them to separate. They're saying goodbye, but if she goes this direction and they go that direction, she's going to be a guest on the show. By the way, I think me and Bria broke up last night. She called when I was administering my IV to Chucky. It's very tricky getting Chucky to lay down and then stick an IV in his back for the little liquid to drip out. Then you got to hold him, and then the liquid, and then she called. I did the old, hi babe, I'm doing my cat, can I call you right back? Click, ding. Babe, I said I'm doing my cat, I can't. I'm on the corner right now in a dangerous neighborhood and I need an Uber. I go, well, you should get one. I'll call you back. Ding. What's more important, a cat or me? I go, I don't want to start a fight here, but, motherfucker, it's a cat. It's Chucky, my son. Our first fight. 8 years, our first fight. And the girlfriend that I lost last month, 10 years. No fights, and we're over. It's very hard to fight with me. I don't want to fight. And if we do argue, I say I'm sorry. Oh, Jimmy, you son of a... I ain't pulling out no cookies today, bro. It ain't gonna happen while I'm rapping, capping. Anyways, I hope Bria shows up in the chat so I can tell her I'm sorry. If you happen to see the most beautiful girl in the world, and if you did, was she crying? Stop it. Crying. Hey, if you happen to see the most beautiful girl who walked out on me, tell her I'm sorry. Hi, Jimmy. Tell her I need my baby. Whoa. Won't you tell her that I love her? It's a puppy ball. Let me finish the kid. I don't even think we're going to get through this news today. I got Stumpy over here. I got Cindy. I got Tina. And over here, you can see I got Larry. Hi, Larry. Hi, Larry. Hi, Jimmy. They're all just all over the place. Alright. Why don't we reset? Act like we're just starting the show right now. Hey guys, this is your favorite YouTuber, Boogie Bob. And the news is today is a girl in Wyoming who was really in Washington. And she had an unusual name. Her name is Shugla. Shugla. Her name's Shugla. Mashwani of Federal Way, Washington, was found with only minor cuts and scrapes Monday along Cathedral Rock Trail. He's pecking at the bag again. Good old Jimmy found the bag. You leave Jimmy alone. If Jimmy wants to pluck away at the bag, who are you to stop him? Hi, Jimmy. Who are you to stop Jimmy from plucking away at the bag? None of your business. Should we call it a day? I don't think I'm going to get through the newscast. Let's try it again. Let's try it one more time with feeling. Let's put on my Sally Jesse Raphael glasses. I think the lenses. No, doesn't help. I apologize. I often say that I'm going to have the worst show of all time. Today is that day. So if you're here, mark it on your calendars. Where Boogie Bob dropped the ball. I'm going to send everybody their money back. Nyan, you're getting the money first. All right, we'll try it one more time. Hi, Tina. Guys, look what it is. It's Tina. It's my Tina. Hi, Tina. Onye ringo kieho. I'm centered. I feel good. Let's get on with the show. We're 20 minutes in. We haven't done one story yet. A girl named Shugla was lost in the woods. She had a few scrapes. What the hell's she doing in the woods? 24 hours earlier, Shugla was suddenly separated and alone from her family, who had crossed a footbridge across the Cleomendra River, about 90 miles southwest of Seattle. She said she knew it was the right thing to follow the river. So they found her sheltered up next to the river. A lot of times you get lost out there, especially if you're young. You just start walking. They'll find me. They're over here and you're walking up here. She just huddled up next to the river between two trees and they found her. Good for her. I'm very happy they found her. Shame on her family. You gotta keep an eye on these guys, man. Put a damn leash on them if you have to. Tragic pilot is Mr. Safety. The pilot who flew the ghost plane that crashed in Virginia, killing 4 and had more than 40 years of flight. I don't know. God bless them. Here it is, folks. They're the neighborhood's last walk for sick pooch. God bless them. Look at it. It's a family member, bro. It's a family member. It's a puppy ball. They got all the kids made little flyers and postcards. It was very beautiful. And the town's best friend, Kevin Curry, top left, invited his Dumont, Pennsylvania neighbors to join in one final sidewalk stroll with his beloved rescue pup, Mello, who's battling a fast-spreading It's Jimmy. Jimmy is pecking away at the damn bag. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a pigeon man. No time to talk. No wonder I can't get a solid lady out here. They see me looking at the pigeons. They don't want nothing to do with me. Well, look at that elderly man. He's kind of cute. Oh, no, girl. He got pigeons. Yesterday, we were number 2 in the world in air pollution. The day before, number 1, we beat out India. Yesterday, India beat us. Today, we're number 1 again. Can you believe it? Foul Canadian export smog, U.S. skies level worse than 9/11. This is worse than the 9/11. As far as the smoke. So 9/11 was horrific. I went down there 3 days later, tried to help. I was there several hours. Jimmy's standing on my bag of cookies. And I was sick for about 6 months. All my friends that went there with me were as well. Oh boy. Union Square cat nap. Look at that beautiful kitty cat. Someone stole it. Typically when that happens, it's a cat from a bodega or a corner store. The good news is, right across the street, right there, is a food place called Spoiled Brats. It's a pet store. They're beautiful cat think it's Fiona. Black cat, the most beautiful kitty in the world. Been in the store for years, turned up missing. Flyers everywhere, everyone looking for her. They found her in the basement of the next building like 5 days later. So I'm hoping that they find this one. A gray tabby named Sprout was catnapped by 2 heartless thieves during a Union Square adoption event. Oh, that's horrible. Sprout's rescue group is offering a $1,500 reward. These cats are $60. So I think it's beautiful they're offering this reward. They want Sprout back. For the feline safe return after the kitten, just 4 months old, was stolen by 2 women. The catnap took place when one suspect allegedly cut the cable ties securing the cage. The woman then thrust her hand inside the cage and whisked out the kitty in a quilted blue shoulder bag. This woman should rot in hell. You're gonna go steal a cat? I hope they have it on video and I hope they get it. Oh boy. Mowed down stroller identified. Stroller means children. I hate to hear it. The pedestrian fatally mowed down by an alleged drunk driver in wild Manhattan crash over the weekend has been identified as a hard-working migrant who recently arrived from Turkey. This drunk moron, ran her over and killed her. I'm having a real hard time reading today, guys. I apologize. It might be all the smoke in my eyes. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. There's nothing gone away. They expect Donald Trump to be indicted by the feds. Now, he was indicted last time by the state. He's going to be indicted by the feds any day now. This is huge. This is insane. This is the Department of Justice. They're saying that if he is convicted of these major felonies, that he could actually pardon himself if he wins. Because Lord knows he won the last one. Alright guys, if you're tuning in for the first time, use the app sharp as a tack. Today I got pigeons all around me. I got smoke. This is the it's not as bad as it was yesterday. We have a little bit of a breeze floating through here. Yesterday was horrific and horrible. Oh, I got Led Zeppelin. Secrets behind 70s rock's best album art. Remember this one? That's Led Zeppelin. John Paul Jones, Robert Plant, John Bonham, and Jimmy Page. Pink Floyd, biggest selling album of all time, certainly one of them. Dark Side of the Moon. There's another Pink Floyd. I think that's Wish You Were Here. I could be wrong. Band on the Run. I don't care. I don't care. Got people dying from smoke inhalation, and Boogie Bob, you're sitting there telling us about album covers from 1970. What the hell's wrong with me? This, I didn't know he had it in him. Mike Pence. Man, he's going after Trump. Mike Pence licked Donald Trump's butthole. That wasn't nice. I take it back. Mike Pence licked Donald Trump's boots for 4 years. If Donald Trump said, I hate tomatoes on my burger, Mike Pence said, they're horrible. I hate burgers myself. He was just his biggest cheerleader, his right-hand man. And then Donald Trump almost had him hung and murdered for doing the right thing. Mike Pence refused to save the election, to overturn the election, and make up rules as he went, saving what I think saved our democracy, at least for the next 4 years when it's threatening him. And Mike Pence is now coming out saying Donald Trump should not be. Anybody who tries to destroy our democracy and overthrow the government should not be running for president. wonder this time where she's been. And I know, gonna leave that girl alone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This will go down as probably the worst, not my worst show, but the worst show in the history of the earth. Does anybody know her number? I just need to talk to her about something private, personal. That is, her dad was so dazzled by her voice, he'd tell everyone she was going to be a star. He was right. She'd go on to collaborate with artists like Sean Paul and Shaggy. Did you see me in the shower? Wasn't me. Shaggy. Mixtape captured a hit, Spice. Spice is a Jamaican singer, dancehall artist, Miami-based. You go, girl. Alright, I'm not doing any transgender sports today. I just don't. You guys know my take. I'm very LGBTQ plus community. And then when you have, where the sports issue comes involved, and one person who was born genetically as a male but identifies as women, I support them in everything they do. Sports gets a little tricky because you do have an edge. You have a physical edge. And again, it's a double-edged sword. I really, really, really hope that we can work on this. What your cat's body says. You know, it's really weird. Cat's body, their hair, the way their ears shaped. Quit pecking away at my bag, Jimmy. And if you go to your cats, I go to mine all the time and I do this. It changes them. They're looking at your eyes like, yo, wifey's quit. Something's up. I've taught all my cats, where's your ball? You say, Chucky, where's your ball? He's like, oh. All of my cats, I think every cat I've ever had, I taught how to fetch. Take a little paper ball, throw it, they'll be fetching in no time. All my cats. Troubled church vandal. If you vandalize a church, there's a special place in hell for you, bro. A crazed man waltzed into a Queens church and destroyed a framed photo of Pope Francis before spreading paint thinner all over the basement floor. What a douche. ID on Doc Slapper. Did you guys watch this video of this guy? He's a lawyer. Young kid. Lawyer. New York City. He's down in the village walking around and he goes up to a black woman and yanks her wig off her head. She had a green wig. She wasn't minding. She was walking down the street. She wasn't hurting nobody. Minding her own business. This moron went up and just yanked her wig off. And the whole thing's on video. Why would you do that? I wasn't bothering you. Why would you do that? Bro, fired. He fired. Lost everything. This guy's a douche. If you Google, okay, Stumpy, ow! Stumpy. Ow! Fucker. That's not nice, Stumpy. I've been very good to you. If you Google man yanks wig, it'll come right up. Front page of the paper, stories everywhere. He needs to get his face punched. Medal honors slain EMT and her pal. A honors a heroic 911 dispatcher officer who tried in vain to save the life of her beloved EMT butchered on the Queens sidewalk was awarded a new thing. God bless her. This is a kid in Virginia who went around shooting everybody. Teen bust in Richmond gun rampage. Feud led to dad and son. There's the dad. The son was graduating high school. Graduating something. And this person went on and shot and killed them both. Proud father with his beautiful son. There's no gun problem in America. That's video games. Video game. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Well, it's guns, asshole. By the way, here's the piece of shit he shot. Police have charged 19-year-old suspect in the mass shooting outside of Virginia High School graduation ceremony. Tuesday left a longtime rival and his father dead. So they was ops. This guy is ops. I'm absolutely devastated about that. Young man with his whole life ahead of him and a family that cared about him. Vladimir Putin should be tried for war crimes and should be executed for the horrible deaths, hundreds of thousands so far. And now he's playing real dirty. He blew up the dam. He blew up the dam in Ukraine. Of course, he's saying they blew up their own dam, but look what's happened now. It's displaced hundreds of thousands of people. Soon it will be gas. Soon he'll be using mustard gas and other things. Bullied kid commits suicide. Bullies are the worst pieces of shit on the planet. I was a bully and I was bullied. I bullied because I was bullied. And I have found it very cathartic. Someone look that word up. Hey, brother. Because I've gone back on Facebook and I've actually called several of the people. Hey, it's Bob Bowen. Can you give me your number? I want to talk to you. Joyce Berry, 4th grade. I went to sharpen my pencil. You had the pencil sharpener thing. You put the pencil in and you do this. She was picked on a lot. She was walking by and she seriously tripped over my shoe. She tripped on her face, over my shoe. I didn't trip her on purpose. But because everybody laughed, I was like, I was too shallow and stupid and immature to say I'm sorry. I just, I didn't do that on purpose. I called her up. That happened in 1970. I called her up 2 years ago. And I said, Joyce, I wanted to call you because one day in 4th grade, I tripped you. And I want to say I'm really, really sorry. And she said, Bob, you don't know how much this means to me. I have thought of that trip every day for 50 years. I have thought of how the kids humiliated me and laughed at me. And she says, I cannot tell you how much this gift means to me. And I said, I am truly, truly sorry. It is never too late to make amends. If you have someone you've wronged, you can always, always. She remembered you. I'm Bob Bowen, bruh. Ain't no lady in Fairfield, California not remember me. Of course she remembered me. We went to school from 4th grade all the way through high school. I was very popular. However, I was poor. I was picked on. I had my sense of humor, and my sense of humor masked a lot of my insecurities. 4th grade, I looked around the room and everybody had these really cool pants on, and I was looking at my pants and I had patches on my knees because I had 2 older brothers, and when Bill wore the pants out, they would go to Gene, and when Gene wore the pants out, they would go to Bob. I looked around and some guy goes, why do you got patches on all your pants? And I go, everybody has patches on their pants. Oh shit. Mom, why do I have patches on my pants? We are young and impressionable, and there's a thing called the inner child, and that inner child is in you when you're young. And if you're scared of spiders when you're 6, you don't just stop being scared of spiders. You carry it with you until you get some kind of outside influence. My sister got me a book called The Inner Child, and it actually changed my whole perspective on thinking. There is still that wounded Bobby Bowen inside of here, but I've grown a lot, and if I ever offended anyone, ever, and there are people, I used to be a really good fighter, and I used to, there was many times where some kid got out of line and got kicked in the face. I was really good kicking, and everybody thought I was this big karate expert. Never took karate in my life, but I could kick you in the face. And typically when you kick someone in the face, They go, oh shit, he can fight, and they never swing back, never. I don't think I ever kicked one guy in the face who swung back. All those people I want to apologize to. Bullied kid in Westchester County. Police are investigating the apparent suicide of a 10-year-old boy. 10 years old, you got to go to school. Here comes my big muscle-bound buddy. His name is Jess. Here comes Jess. A 10-year-old boy, while his family claims the local officials are to blame for ignoring the warning signs. You're 10 years old, you got nowhere to go. My best friend was John Driscoll in high school. I had a guy named Glenn Thiel who used to come up and punch me in the kidney every day just for fun. And I would see him come, I go, oh shit, I'd move my arm so he could come punch me in the kidney. And one day my friend John says, you touch him again, I'm gonna knock your face in. And I could kick John's ass. So if I could kick my homie's ass, and my homie is scaring the shit out of the guy who's been beating me, I thought, what the hell? It's sometimes dynamic. And Glenn Thiel never punched me in my kidney. He would come up and punch me in the kidney, and I would just move my arm and let him punch me. And one day, my homie, my little homie, saw him punch me and goes, you touch him again, I'll beat your face in. Never touched me again. And I'm sitting there going, yo, I could kick your ass, so why are you protecting me from a guy who... I'm sorry, I get... Gian Lucas, goes by the name of Lucas Hillscred, a student at Hillcrest Elementary School in Peekskill, New York, was so terrified of a relentless bully that he had begged his family to let him stay home and be homeschooled for months before he took his own life last week. And I promise you that family is full of horrible regret. And the school is too busy saying it ain't us. Not our fault. And the bully, I promise you that bully hasn't given one shit about it. Bullies are the most despicable pieces of shit. I've never seen a bully go on to be successful. You're picking on people because you're the piece of trash. Guess what? It's about time that we bust a rhyme. I'm doing the wheel. Uh-oh. Hi there.
I think I have your book.
How are you?
Fine. I think that I have your book.
You have my book?
Yes.
Yeah, I
right?
left it here for someone yesterday. Did you take it home?
Yes.
It's so heavy.
Yes.
No, I left it hoping that someone would get it and enjoy it because it's like from 1960, 1959. Thank you so much. I just wanted someone else to have it.
Okay.
So that was very sweet of you.
Oh?
I said that was very sweet of you. What's your name?
Elvira.
Elvira?
Yes.
I'm Bob. Hi.
Nice
Do you
to
come
meet
here?
you.
Do you come here a lot?
No, maybe 1 month before.
So how did you see that it was my book? How did you know it was my
Because
book?
I was cleaning the tables.
Ah, you work here?
Yeah, in the big garden.
Oh my goodness.
And over there, some days in a working dog.
You are so sweet. I really appreciate it. Listen, I'm going to write down my number just so you have it. If you ever want my number, I'm going to give it to you. And you can call me anytime. That was so sweet of you. I can't believe you did that. 2, 3, 4, 1, 9. That's my number in case you ever want to talk. In fact, I usually have business cards. There's my number. That was so sweet of you. I really appreciate that.
Thank
What are you
you.
doing today? Are you working today too?
Over there.
You work
The
at that
working
one?
dog, yes.
I'm going to come by and say hi.
Okay.
You are stunningly beautiful and you are so sweet. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, hon.
Ciao.
Bye-bye. Right. There she is, folks. That's Elvira. Oh my gosh, she's like a perfect 10. I wrote down, I'm sorry that you guys were all privy to that, but I wrote down my number. If she calls. She walked up and says, I think I have, my gosh, she's fine. Did you guys get a chance to, whew. Oh, we gotta have a celebration. Jimmy, don't you do it, Jimmy. This is not for you, Playboy. Jimmy, I'll get you soon. I'm having a celebration cookie for my new girlfriend, Elvira. I kept wanting to turn around the damn camera to show you, but oh. She walked up. I saw her coming down the steps. I was like, is I think I have your book. Remember that big ass dictionary I had yesterday? Jimmy, I'm gonna give you a cookie, but you gotta wait. Because you get hyper. After the show, Jimmy. I wish I would have looked cuter today. I mean, I'm a 10. I wish I'd have been an 11. And I always have business cards. I guarantee you, she took my paper and crumpled it up. Threw it in the garbage. She was stunningly beautiful. Like, holy crap, what the hell? A 10. Out of my league. Shall we? Shall we proceed? Yes, indeed. Boom. Libra. Her English wasn't that great. Very exotic. And she works at the Barking Dog. This is going to sound very sexist, and I don't want it to. Her body was crazy. Woo! Holy shit. She came walking down the steps. I was like, and today we're going to spin the wheel. Then she started looking at old Boogie Bob, and I know that look. I know the look of seeing Boogie Bob for the first time. She was like, holy shit. And I was like, holy shit. She's saying, holy shit. She says, I think I have your book. I don't write no book. I wrote a Tupac book. You got my Tupac book that only sold 2 copies? I don't think so. No, the big book. Oh. I gotta watch the tape to see how my game. How was my game? Was my game good? I think it was. I think my game was tight. We already did Libra. Virgo. I wonder if summer again. Now you gotta see how Boogie Bob gets the ladies. Virgo. We got 2 Virgos and 2 Libras. I'm gonna say it's Sagittarius. I'm just guessing it is Scorpio. Let's see if old Boogie Bob's gonna follow through with the romance. I gotta go. I gotta leave here, and I gotta bring this back. I gotta bring it to Brown, and then hi Tina. Take it easy, bro. Take it easy. I got room on the roster. Got a white boy on my roster. He feeds me lobster and pasta. Virgo! You know what? We're doing Scorpio first. I'm anxious to see it. What's in my future? Scorpio. You of all people should know that words have consequences. So take care that a throwaway remark you make over the next 24 hours is not taken the wrong way by a friend. Spell out exactly what it is you mean and avoid the danger of doubt. That got nothing to do with nothing. That was shit. Like, why couldn't it say, you will meet an exotic, beautiful woman? She's who you've been looking for your whole life. You will share romance, love, passion. You will have children with this woman. And you'll hit the lottery. None of it never says shit like that. I don't get it. A little disappointed, to be honest with you. Virgo. Just because a loved one has not been able to give you much time and attention as of late does not mean that you no longer care. They have important matters to deal with regarding their careers, and once they are finished, you will be their main priority again. And last but not least, Libra. Joe, do you know any Libras? I am Libra. Joe's a Libra. Partnerships and relationships have not been going well as of late. They'll get a new lease on life because between now and the weekend, don't get suspicious if someone suddenly wants to be your friend again because they genuinely want to make up for the past. I wonder if sometimes she's gone. We got a little bit of a language barrier. Don't know where she was from. I didn't get into all that because you were here. You guys were cock blocking. What's your problem? Kevin Butler, what is your damn problem? You saw how the conversation went. Typically, I would have said, you've got a few minutes, you want to sit down? Where are you from? Oh. Do you like cats? No? Fuck out of here. Sorry, shouldn't have said that. That wasn't called for. You like cats? Oh, very much. Oh, I have 4. Oh, they're so sweet and cuddly. But you get cat hair all over all your shit. It's okay, I've always wanted a man with 4 cats. Well, if you're looking for love, girlfriend, I can go 4 minutes. And that'll be 2 really good minutes. So, buckle up. All right, I apologize. That went left. That shouldn't have. We're not even on our first date yet. One thing I do tell all my potential lady friends as a joke, but it's not really a joke. Guys, write this one down. On your first date, if things are going well, you say to them, look, ain't gonna be no kissing or no tonight. They always laugh. And I said, now, if we get to the 3rd date, I get to grab a titty. 3rd date. 2nd date, nothing. No first base, no nothing. 3rd date. And then if we get to the 3rd date, I go, you know today's the 3rd date. Oh, I know. That's why I wore my Argyle sweater. I'm being stupid. That's a fact, though. Look, it's birthdays. Birthdays was the worst days. Now I got my own thing so I can do birthdays. I should have cleaned my nails. My nails are so long. Evita. Today, Kanye West is 46 years old. Kanye West, to the wire, to the limit, to the world. For a chance to be with you, I'll gladly risk it all. Right down to the wire. I don't know what year it was, but I was standing about 50 feet from where I'm at right now. And I was here with a Def Jam representative because I was a big shot at Def Jam. I was here with my Australian financial support team, one guy. I was here with Kevin, with Kyle Rifkin, who you guys know as my artist from the Rob Bass. It takes 2 to make a thing go right, go in pain. Kyle Rifkin. And Kevin DJ's, big shot DJ, old school DJ from Def Jam. I was sitting there talking to them. Of course, I'm the man, so they're all huddled around like a football huddle. 4 of us. All of a sudden, a 5th dude just comes into our huddle. I'm sitting there talking to the guys. I'm always the center of attention. I'm always the one talking. I turn, and I see this face right here. I look over, it's Kanye. Kanye West joins my little clutch, coffee clutch. And he didn't say nothing. He just called him there. I know he is. I didn't know shit about him other than he just was auditioning for The Rock, or they might have just gave him a chain. I knew he was a producer. I always thought his name was Kanye West. I didn't know it was Kanye. He was a producer when he first jumped on the scene, kicking his beats all around New York. Anybody who was really in, regular Joe Schmo wouldn't know who he was. But this was Kanye who wore all the Louis Vuitton shit. He had a Louis Vuitton backpack, a Louis Vuitton wallet with the keychain and the Louis Vuitton belt. And I'm a little excited because it's Kanye. And he stands there and he's in the thing and he's thinking I'm a big shot. I probably had more money than him at the time. And then we're walking away. I'm with my friends. I turned to Kyle and I said, oh my God, that was Kanye West. Kyle did what Kyle always does. Man, fuck that shit, man. Fuck that N-word, man. I go, why you hating? He goes, I ain't hating, he ain't nothing. Okay. Now he's a billionaire. He's also an anti-Semite and a horrible human being, in my opinion. But he's also, I think, mentally ill. And I think sometimes when you're that advanced at something, he is I don't like to use the word genius. I've hated his last 3 albums, but the guy is as a producer, I'm gonna tell you, the guy is a genius. He is really, really, really smart. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't fucking with no broke. The guy can really put some songs together. In fact, I just had a conversation about him 2 nights ago when I was at Tao, because one night my business partner Nadine called me up and said, Bob, you like you want to see Kanye? He's here. And I'm like, I'm at home in my underwear. I'm like, you want me to come down to Tao to see Kanye? He said, no, he's going to perform in a few minutes. I go, what? So I got dressed. I jumped in the damn shower. I was there in 8 minutes. 8 minutes. And I walk in, and Kanye West is giving a concert for, okay, it's Mr. Bot's birthday. Why didn't anybody tell me that? I got to hear it from my old pal David Young. Mr. Bot, we doing a birthday celebration. Mr. Bot, where's Rev? Where the hell's Rev? Is he asleep at the wheel? I got a new phone. I got to give Rev my phone number. Anyway, so I went down and I saw Kanye West give a concert for about 1.5 hours, and I do every single song. He's got a huge roster, and it was for Leonardo DiCaprio's birthday. He was there. 2 Chainz. It was an amazing night. I got pictures on my Facebook. Just go to my Facebook and type in Kanye. You'll see these amazing pictures I took. Mr. Bot, is it your birthday? Is it your birthday? Someone answer that before I waste my time singing a beautiful medley. Now, I can't do what Joe does. 50 Shot did get shot. 50 Cent did get shot several times. They always say 9. I got it. Mr. Bot, happy birthday, my friend. All the way from Norway. Happy birthday, my friend. By the way, the young lady who gave us her Instagram the other day, she has not approved my request. KB herself has not approved. Mr. Bot, I just want to shout you out right now. Hi, Colleen. Hi, David Young. Oh no, David Young. He is mentally ill, and that's what I say sometimes. When someone is really, really, really a genius at a certain area, they're idiotic at another. Kanye West said that. I think he said slavery was a mindset. It's a mindset. I would have wondered what he would have thought if it was 1840s and he was in Virginia and somebody cracking a whip on his back, making him go pick cotton for free 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and no food, sleeping in dirt. I wonder if he would have thought it was still a mindset. I don't think he would have. I think he has made some horrible comments about slavery, about black folks, about MAGA, about poor people, about women, about gays, transsexuals, non-believing atheists, and of course the Holocaust and Jews. His horrible, horrific, horrible things he said about the Jews will never go away. He was a billionaire on his way to 4 or 5 billion. He had over $1 billion in huge contract with Yeezy, with his Adidas and all his companies, and he got none of that no more. Now he's still very wealthy. He's still a very, very, very wealthy man, and I don't think money even motivates him. Now he dresses like a complete moron and an idiot. I hate his clothes, but some people will like him. I think he's a horrible person. I just don't have anything. I've never read an article where he helped anyone. I've never read one word about how he helped anyone. And his mother was a doctor. He was she was a child. She was a single parent. She raised him in Chicago. She worked 2 or 3 jobs. Her name was Donda West. And Donda was an extremely smart, outspoken woman. And she was the rock in his life. You never heard about him crazy until she went and got a tummy tuck. She got a very certain, specific tummy tuck. It was something where you go home the same day. They take a little pin, they stick it in your thing, suck the stuff out, the fat out, and she died. They gave the wrong anesthesia. She died. And he lost it. He's never been the same. And I think she'd be absolutely mortified and saddened by what has become of her son. Mr. Bott, I apologize. Blame David Young for that. I blame David Young for that. Hello, I have your book. Huh? I have your book. I'm thinking she's like a big Boogie Bob fan. She got my Tupac in the studio book. No one's got that. None of you got it. And I know it can't be my bird book. Big Bad Boogie Bob Bowen's birding book. Big Bad Bob Bowen birding book. It's called that. I only made one copy, and Shelby has it, so I know she didn't have that. Got my dictionary. Birthday Thursday. This is a birthday. Everybody else turn off and go get a sandwich. Carrie, leave the room. I don't want anyone. Carrie, Joe Hernandez, Brooklyn, Nyan. This is not for you. This is for our friend from Norway, Mr. Bott. Mr. Bott, ignore those who say you have no choice but to take what comes your way and make an effort to seize the initiative over the coming year. Your fate is what it always will be, in your own hands, and anyone who claims otherwise is not to be trusted. That's facts. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Bott. Happy birthday to you. Now, if this was Jordan Joe, you go, happy birthday. 100 years or more. I don't know that Joe knows the happy birthday song. He just kind of wings it as he goes. Happy birthday, Mr. Bott. God bless you, playa. All right, what else we got? The birthdays. We spent 4 hours on Kanye. I got my phone here. I'm just going through the birthdays. I don't see anybody. Ain't nobody. Who the hell's Clayton Bush? See, if this was Joe, he'd be Clayton Bush. He is YouTuber from Connecticut. I don't know who the hell that is. Rob Lopez, also TikTok star. I don't want those guys. Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers was born on this day. Joan Rivers I met. She was very, very nice to me. I met her on the Joan Rivers show. I have a picture of me and Susan Lucci. Susan Lucci was Erica Kane on, I don't know, Young and Restless, or Facts of Life, One Life to Live, one of those shows. Erica is the most famous, Erica Kane, Susan Lucci, the most famous soap star of all time, was on the show, and I went. And I couldn't get a picture of me with Susan Lucci. So what I did, because she's right here, and people are taking, I'm way back there. What I did is, here's her face, and you see my head over hers, I did. It's one of my favorite selfies. I'm 30 feet behind her like this. Susan Lucci. Happy birthday, Joan Rivers. Another one, guys, who went and had a, she talked about it forever. She says, guys, I'm 80 years old, but my boobs are 25. She had gotten plastic surgery many, many, many times. This was a very minor, I think it was the nose. And what kills you guys is not them nipping an artery, that happens sometimes, or doing it wrong, leaving a sponge in you or something. What kills most of these people is the anesthesia. You get too much or too little, and if it's too little, you're still awake. So you got to get enough, and sometimes they don't wake up from it, and that's what I was afraid was going to happen when Chucky just had his surgery. So she, 1993 to 2014, a very funny lady. Barbara Bush. Barbara Bush. Passed away in 2018. She was the first lady. Nancy Sinatra. These boots are made for walking. And that's just what they'll do. And one of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over. Huge hit you believe it? Can you imagine being Frank Sinatra's kid, Frank Jr. and Nancy? And Nancy Sinatra had a monster hit. She's still alive at 83 years young. God bless her. Mr. Bot. Mr. Bot is here. It says he's from Norway and today's his birthday, so you made the cut. This is one of my favorites. It's Jerry Stiller. Jerry Stiller is the father of Ben Stiller, but he also was famous way before Ben Stiller. He had a comedy group with his wife Stiller and Mira. They were huge comedy acts through the 50s, 60s, and even up into the 70s. I was actually walking on 57th Street, standing at the corner, waiting for the light, standing right next to me. I look over, I go, oh my God. And he had just shaved his mustache. He always had a mustache. Shaved his mustache. I go, where's the mustache? He goes, I look good, right? I look great. He was so fun. You meet a lot of celebrities in New York. A lot of times they'll just, yeah, I shaved it. He was not that. He was like practically wanted to walk home. We walked for like 2 blocks talking because we were going the same direction. Jerry Stiller is, he passed away in 2020. What a wonderful, wonderful guy. I'm just going through the motions here. Ashley Biden. I don't know who the hell that is. Biden? He ain't got no daughter named Ashley. It's a cousin. Maybe it's, I don't know. Frank Grillo. Frank Grillo is a badass. He is an actor, tough guy actor. Lots of movies. Let's see. Now we're going to do the deaths, famous deaths. Why not? Listen, it needs work. This is my new phone thing. It needs work. Sorry, it's new phone. I got a call. Hello? Hey, boo, what you wearing? Aw, you look cute. I miss you too. All right, bye, Steve. That was a joke. Boogie Bob, you always crack jokes about being gay. That's because when I was growing up in high school, one of my best friends out of high school was Mark Lepsick. Mark Lepsick, Lepczzyk, was my buddy. And I would be in the back seat of a car with a badass shorty. And he'd be in the front seat of a car with a badass shorty. And me and my shorty getting busy. How you doing? We're doing this. They're in the front seat talking about, well, I think economics are pretty good. And I used to get out of the car at the end of the night and go, yo, you ain't got no room. You're kids. I went and bought 2 bottles of cold duck champagne for $8. What's your problem? Got them right where we want them. Nah, I just wasn't interested in it. Anyway, so of course you start with the jokes. You're a guy. Yeah, you're a queer. You're a douche. You're a bad F word. And this was 1980, 81. Well, it turns out that he ended up, he was gay the whole time. And when I found out that he died of AIDS, I called his sister, crying, sobbing, talking about all the times I called him queer, and you probably want to be in the back seat with me and my dick instead of in the front seat with... That's what guys did. We joked. Not aware of the fact that he was gay and not aware of the fact that I was hurting him. And I called her up and I said, I am so sorry to hear about your brother. And then I told her, and she said, Bob, he loved you so much. He moved away. He found a nice guy in San Francisco. They had a great relationship. And he talked about you even on his deathbed as one of his greatest friends. And he appreciated you. And you never heard him. These were just boy jokes. And I've been very cognizant of the fact ever since. I was a paper boy in 6th grade. And I didn't have no money. If I had a nickel, I would ride my bicycle all the way to 7-Eleven. And back then it was called 7-Eleven because it would open at 7 in the morning and close at 11 at night. And I would ride to the 7-Eleven, I would put my nickel in the little pinball machine in the back, and I would play pinball on a Sunday. And I went in there, and one time there was a kid in the back playing pinball. And I sat there, and we started becoming friends. He was a nice kid. I was a nice kid. We started becoming friends. And the lady that worked there wasn't very nice. So trying to be his friend, I go, I hate that bitch. He goes, who, the lady? I go, yeah, she's a piece of shit, man. He goes, that's my mom. I go, no, she's great. I mean, she's the shit, man. And I learned that sometimes you don't know who you're talking to, and you don't know what they're going through, and you don't know what their problem is, and you can't go up to people and say things that are inappropriate to anyone. That's why I treat everyone like gold. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I had a worker. I used to own the bathrooms at Tavern on the Green in Central Park, and probably 94 or 5. And I had one of my dear friends, great girl. She's not a mean person by any spread of the word. Black girl from the Bronx, and she was working. They loved her there. She's striking and beautiful, 6'2", model, just gorgeous, and just young. She was 18. And all the hostesses loved her. And then one day a hostess came in the bathroom. She was a bathroom attendant and says, how's it going? She goes, oh, it's going good. She goes, you making any money? And my dear friend said, no, it's shoes. No, I'm not making money. It's a Jew party. Well, I'm Jewish, said the hostess. You're fired. She wasn't trying to be mean or malicious. She was being racist or anti-Semitic. So I think of these type of things. So when I see someone, meet someone, everything out of my mouth is kindness. Never going to say anything negative that would hurt somebody. That's like if we were in here right now and I said, Virgos are stupid. And there's 10 Virgos at home watching right now. I would feel really horrible. So I would love it if we learn things on this show about kindness, compassion, and acceptance. Had a young lady hit me up. I won't get into that. I'll talk about that another time. Kindness and acceptance. Famous deaths on June 8th. Boogie Bob's career died on June 8th. So that was... We got a couple here. We got Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson was a U.S. president. He died in 1845. I didn't even know he was sick. I feel horrible. I didn't know. Andrew Jackson. Anthony Bourdain. Perfect example about how money cannot get rid of all your problems. Anthony Bourdain was filthy rich. Robin Williams, filthy rich. The depression kicks in and it ends up hurting you to where you don't care about. I mean, I would sit here and go, man, if I had the money, I'd be in Miami with a couple bad shorties and you're Robin Williams. You're not like, oh, I wish I could be in Miami with some bad shorties, because he has the money. He has all that. It's not, money cannot buy you happiness. It could rent it for a few days. The story I always tell is about Ja Rule. Ja Rule, the famous rapper. I went to a thing with Russell Simmons, was giving a speech, and Russell Simmons said, money can't buy you happiness. And I thought to myself, you piece of shit. You got $500 million. Who the hell are you telling money can't buy you? And he goes, I'll tell you why. He says, I live in a big mansion in New Jersey. My neighbor is a guy named Ja Rule. And I'm like, oh, I know Ja Rule. He said, Ja Rule came by one time driving a new Ferrari. He stuck his head out the window. He said, yo, look at my car. He's all smiling and happy and shit. I go, hey, how's it going? About a week later, he drove by and goes, hey, man, I'm still driving the car. Said he saw him 2 weeks later driving by it. All that shiny shit doesn't last, bro. If depression hits you, it is a nightmare. That's why we talk about it on this show. Please, if you are having thoughts or you're depressed, you want to hurt yourself or hurt others, you can always call the number. I would hope that Rev, or is it 899 or 988? It's not the 911, but always call 911. Do not hurt yourself, please. It will get better, I promise. I've suffered from a whole bunch of depression over the years. Yeah, I still got the same ringtone on that phone. Anyways, long story short, Anthony Bourdain had the TV show where he would go and eat food around the world. He was beloved by everyone. I always find him to be a little craggy and kind of mean-spirited, but he took his own life, world famous, worth tens of millions of dollars, took his own life in 2018. Let's see what else we got here. Satchel Paige. Satchel Paige played for the Negro League. He was one of the greatest baseball players who ever lived, spent much of his time in the Negro League. He died in 1982. Bonnie Pointer, the Pointer Sisters. Pointer Sisters, straight out of Oakland, California. She died in 2020. Pink Cadillac. I'm just kind of going through the thing here. See, I pick and choose. I don't just rattle off the first 6 names that come up. That's what Joe does, and that's why I love Joe's little birthdays, because they're always shit. Because he'll say, Eunice Grayson. Eunice Grayson? Who's that, Joe? She was a Broadway actress in 2000. I don't know who the hell that is. Robert Donner? Don't know him. I'm not going to name none of these guys. And today, Robertson, Pat Robertson, one of the guy from the 700 Club, the biggest religious Christian guy TV show of all time, passed away. Also a very, 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 very wealthy man. When you're a Christian and you're very, very wealthy, I always take it with a grain of salt. All right, we're just gonna get out of here. I'm gonna leave here. I'm gonna go say hi to my new shorty over there. At some point, she left here and either took my number and put it in her pocket, or her English wasn't that great, or she went, "What the hell? Does he want to borrow money?" I don't know. Or crumpled it up and threw it in the trash. But at some point, she walked over there and she said, "Oh, you thought I was stunning." I don't know if she knows what stunning is. I probably should have said, "You are pretty." Her English wasn't great. She was fine, bro. She was so fine. I got to share her with you. She might be sitting right here tomorrow. She might be married with 5 kids. I don't know. A Western City administration for children's services staffer allegedly lied about being at work in order to cash in his taxpayers' refund salary when he was actually on jaunts to Africa. Said he was at work. He was in Africa. I don't know how many times I've had a worker. We have to sign in when you get to any of my locations, and they get in the chat and they say, "I'm here," and my manager say, "Okay, great." I don't know how many times they're there at Tao at 4:30, and yet they're still in Brooklyn at 6 o'clock. I think we ran its course. I ask you guys to please be kind and loving to each other. Think before you say something that could hurt someone's feelings. Iron Sheik. The Iron Sheik, America. I kill you, America. The Iron Sheik, who I played blackjack with in Reno, Nevada. I played blackjack with him, Nikolai Volkov. Nikolai Volkov was a Russian. He, in the ring, he's like, "I hate America, you suck, I kill you." At the blackjack table, he's like, "Hey, can I have a Coke and 7, please, on the rocks?" I'm like, "I just saw the guy yesterday. America, I break your back. You are nothing. I hate America." "Hey, sir, what would you have?" "Let me get a gin and tonic, hon. Thanks. Hold the line." And this dude I'm starting to think wrestling ain't real. What the hell's going on here? Now, that was Nikolai Volkov. The Iron Sheik actually spoke like that. He was the bodyguard for the Shah of Iran. Oh, this girl's gonna get me beat up. Girl, you're gonna get me beat up. I'm just looking straight ahead. I'm not looking at you and holding your hand with your man. Oh, don't stop there. Stop there, girl. You're gonna get me beat up. Keep walking. Problem. Don't sit down. Oh boy. Oh boy. down right there. I gotta look tougher all of a sudden. Does that work? The Iron Sheik, known as Hassan Khosrow Ali Vaziri. He was actually an Olympic gold medalist, and he a wrestler, a real wrestler, and he was the bodyguard for the Shah of Iran. When the Shah was attacked, he fled the country because they felt he would be murdered for not being able to protect him. The Iron Sheik, a WWE legend who, by the way, lost his belt at Madison Square Garden to who? Hulk Hogan. And that Hulkamania, brother. I gotta be honest with you, brother. By the way, Hulk also doesn't talk like that. I actually knew him as Terry Boulay. He was a very, very good friend, a very, very nice man. He was always so kind to me. Out of his way, no cameras around. So I say, hey man, how's it going? He's going, hey, Boogie Bob, what's going on? I say, hey, bro. I don't think he's ever called me brother. He might have. Very, very, very nice man. Him and Jimmy Hart, his manager slash friend. Both very, very nice guys. Wrestling is, if you're a wrestling fan, guys, I was going to bring some Iron Sheik pictures that I took of him at matches. I'll bring them tomorrow. The Iron Sheik, a WWE legend who was one of Hulk Hogan's greatest rivals during the 80s, has died according to his statement, a statement on Twitter. Today we gather with heavy hearts to bid farewell to a true legend, a force of nature, an iconic figure. By the way, he was a severe coke addict. Talked about it for years, so I'm not outing him. Just an absolute cocaine head. I think probably he was doing coke the day he died. And he didn't talk like that. He was also filthy language. Twitter, it didn't matter. Tom Arnold, I F you in the ass. He can go in on anyone. That was his whole persona. Iron Sheik's dead at the age of 81. It's strange because that's my childhood, all these guys passing away. And I was last night watching Sergeant Slaughter eulogize him and cry about losing him. I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you crying? You hated him. America, we hate you. and then when they wanted to really do something bad, they made Sergeant Slaughter a bad guy. All of a sudden, Sergeant Slaughter's walking around holding the Russian flag. That was like, people would spit on him and stab him. Here it is, guys. The game for the Yankees was canceled yesterday, or postponed. They use the word postponed. Look at the sky. Absolutely horrible. Smoked out. They were smoked out. What time is it on my my Apple Watch? Oh, it's 93 o'clock, according to my Apple. Guys, it's a beautiful watch. What did I want for $20? Look at this thing. It's a damn horse. What the hell are you gonna do with that? Anyways, I honestly, I want to do a video where I smash it and throw it in the garbage, but I think somebody would rather, I think I could give it to somebody who would appreciate it. It's a beautiful watch. It's very comfortable. Came with 3 or 4 bands, and it just, I can't set the time. Also, it doesn't hook up to anything. If anybody knows Jenna Ortega, I need to talk to her, but don't tell Elvira. I don't want her to know. I don't want Elvira to know what she's getting into. All right, we shall leave. I shall talk to you guys again soon. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. My sister made these masks during the pandemic. Just been sitting in my drawer. I hope and pray that maybe someday you'll be back in my arms once again. Blue moon saw me standing alone. I got pigeons I gotta feed. You guys are welcome to stay tuned for the pigeon feed, but I got to go. This little dude right here, look at him. Oh my God, he's so happy. He's just sitting there waiting this whole time. He was literally sitting there looking at me this whole time, and I felt like, I gotta give this dude some. I'd be a real piece of crap not to give him some. Look at him, he's just waiting there. I've been waiting and debating for so long just to rap it up for a Cool J song. Jimmy. Right now I've only got 4 pigeons here, but there'll be more. Oh, they come running. Not the last mafioso, the cool guy, make it go to little and go to wild. Think you can outdo me, but boy, I bet. I'm like the last mafioso, the cool day guy. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please be kind to every man, woman, child, and animal you see who needs help. These pigeons can't go to McDonald's. They can't go up to Elvira and give her their phone number. Hi, Jimmy. The worst watch. Can I interest you in a watch? Want to peck at my watch? I honestly can't believe it. I've got 4 pigeons here. There's never less than 100. Oh boy, here comes one running like a damn football player. Look like O.J. Simpson running over here. You haven't lived until you see the pigeon running. It's so funny. They just tuck their wings and start running. There you go. Are you going to try to take my big ass cookie? It's too big for you, Charlie. LL Cool J is bad as hell. Battle on the rapper, I don't care who you tell. They all fail. I excel. Rock the bell. The lady took my book home. Did you guys see that book? Don't fight. What's wrong with you? Stop it. Did you see the size of that damn book? Ask any of my friends, what do you like in a woman? They're all going to say the same shit. Her ass, her titties, a blowjob, not me. I like kindness, compassion. What kind of person takes a book home and then says to me, I found your book? Now, that could just be her way of meeting Boogie Bob. It happens. But I'm going to leave here. I got to look cute. Try to suck my stomach in and titties. By the way, I'm going to start a diet again. Oh boy, look at these morons. 75 pigeons just flew over here. It's all gone, bitches. Where were you? It's all gone, bitches. This ain't your daddy's soda. Excuse me. Alright, how do I look? I can young it up a little bit by doing this. I can be a gangster. Alright. It's my cuteness and my gift of gab. Jimmy, you're late to the party, playboy. They was just sitting here waiting for you. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please be kind. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself because you deserve it. If it ain't nobody told you today you special, David Young, you're special. Nyan, you're special. Sugar Bay, you already know. Do I gotta say it? You're special. RJ, you're mediocre. RJ is Medio. Honeybee, where you been? Where the hell's Honeybee been? Honeybee, you're special. Rev, you're special. Nightbot, you are not special. You're like a snitch. To me, anyway. Kevin Butler, you're special. Joe Hernandez, you're semi-special. M-Wall, do I have to even say it? I don't think I have to say it. You're special. All of you are special. All of you are good. Please be kind. Spread that goodness like a plague. You pigeons better stop it. Jimmy! What the hell's your problem? We'll talk again.